It's that time again when no matter who you are, the nostalgia kicks in with the Christmas movies. So we thought we'd help you dive into and get closure on the subject. When you think about it, isn't it amazing how some movies become such an essential part of our holiday traditions that Christmas just doesn't feel complete without them? Today, we're diving into the absolute best Christmas movies of all time, films that have shaped how generations celebrate the holiday season. Fun fact, did you know that before becoming a beloved Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life was actually considered a box office failure? In fact, this masterpiece, which now sits at the heart of holiday tradition, lost over $500,000 when it first released in 1946. However, it only became a Christmas tradition because of a clerical error that let TV stations air it for free in the 1970s. That's just one of the things we will uncover. Before we unwrap our list of the 7 greatest Christmas movies ever made, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. It's completely free, and it helps us keep bringing you amazing content about the films we all love. Let's start our countdown of the 7 most magical Christmas movies that have ever graced our screens. Number 7. Elf, 2003. Who would have thought that a story about a human raised by elves would become one of the most beloved Christmas movies of the 21st century? But that's exactly what happened when Will Ferrell put on those yellow tights and that green jacket. What makes Elf truly special isn't just its laugh-out-loud moments, though watching Buddy discover escalators and revolving doors never gets old. It's how the movie captures the pure, childlike joy of Christmas that many of us lose as adults. Well, who better to play that part than Will Ferrell? Think about it. When was the last time you got excited about decorating a department store or making paper chains? Maybe never have and never will, but Ferrell pushes that envelope hard. The genius of Elf lies in how it uses Buddy's fish out of water story to remind us what Christmas felt like when we were kids. Once you get past all the cheese and actually settle in for what the movie is, it's a bag full of laughs. Every scene with Will Ferrell is like watching pure Christmas spirit in human form, whether he's spreading Christmas cheer by singing loud for all to hear, or getting into a snowball fight with the best targeting system ever seen on screen. But now let's go back in time for some more earned titles. Number 6. Miracle on 34th Street, 1947. There's something magical about a movie that can make even the most cynical viewer want to believe in Santa Claus. That is the enduring power of Miracle on 34th Street. This film wasn't just ahead of its time, it was asking questions we're still grappling with today. Can we believe in things we can't prove? In an age of skepticism, is there still room for faith and magic? When Edmund Gwen's Kris Kringle speaks Dutch to that little war orphan, it's a heartwarming scene that challenges our adult tendencies to dismiss anything we can't explain. The courtroom scenes might be from 1947, but they feel surprisingly modern. A man on trial for claiming to be Santa Claus? It's absurd, yet the film makes us root for the impossible. And isn't that what Christmas is all about? Number 5. Home Alone, 1990. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does a movie about a forgotten child outsmarting burglars become a Christmas classic? Well, that's the magic of John Hughes' writing and Macaulay Culkin's perfect performance. Let's talk about what makes this movie work on so many levels. Yes, the slapstick comedy is hilarious. Watching Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern face those booby traps never gets old. But beneath the pranks and pratfalls, there's a story about family, about growing up and learning to appreciate what really matters. The genius of Home Alone is how it balances fun with genuine emotion. The scene where Kevin talks to Old Man Marley in the church, it's not just a quiet moment in an otherwise chaotic movie, it's the heart of what makes this film a Christmas classic. It reminds us that sometimes being alone helps us understand how much we need other people. And for us at Dr. Real, this film should have been number 1 due to nostalgia alone, but the stats further argue. Number 4, The Nightmare Before Christmas, 1993. Some people might argue this is a Halloween movie, but let me tell you why they're wrong. This stop-motion masterpiece captures the essence of the Christmas spirit better than most traditional holiday films. When Jack Skellington first discovers Christmastown, his wonder and amazement mirror how we all felt about Christmas as children. That "what's this" sequence is a perfect capture of pure holiday joy through fresh eyes. The real genius of Tim Burton and Henry Selick's creation is how it shows us Christmas from an outsider's perspective. Watching Halloween Town's residents try to understand Christmas is hilarious, but it also makes us think about our own holiday traditions in a new light. Why do we hang stockings? Why do we put trees inside our houses? Sometimes it takes a skeleton's perspective to make us appreciate these quirky traditions. Number 3. A Charlie Brown Christmas, 1965. When this special first aired, network executives were sure it would fail. They thought the jazz soundtrack was wrong, the animation too simple, and the religious message was too obvious. Well, didn't they get a Christmas surprise? The special drew in 15.4 million viewers on its debut night, almost half of all American households with TVs at the time. That scraggly little tree Charlie Brown picks out has become such a powerful symbol that people actually seek out imperfect Christmas trees in its honor. Watch how brilliantly the special satirizes the commercialization of Christmas through those rehearsal scenes. Snoopy decorating his doghouse to win a contest, Lucy's materialistic wish list, and the kids' horrible dance moves. It all builds up to show us how far we've strayed from the holiday's meaning. And then there's Linus' speech, a moment so powerful that the producers fought to keep it in despite network's pressure to cut it. In the middle of all the chaos and commercialism, Linus drops his security blanket, something he never does, to deliver the story of Christmas from the Gospel of Luke. It's a masterclass in storytelling, just a single spotlight, a child's voice, and absolute sincerity. The special dared to suggest that maybe, just maybe, we were all like Charlie Brown, searching for something real in a world of plastic trees and aluminum Christmas displays. Number 2. A Christmas Story, 1983. You know a movie has reached legendary status when TBS runs it for 24 hours straight every Christmas. But what makes a film so special that people will watch it multiple times in one day? It's all about how perfectly it captures the child's view of Christmas in Middle America. The genius of this film lies in its narrative structure. Through adult Ralphie's nostalgic narration, we get both the wide-eyed wonder of childhood and the knowing humor of adulthood. Every fantasy sequence, from the teacher's A+++ essay grade to the bandit struck blind by Ralphie's trusty Red Ryder, perfectly captures how kids really daydream. The old man's battles with the furnace and his major award, Mother's tactical management of Randy's eating habits, and even the neighbor's dogs creating chaos. These aren't just comedy set pieces, they're the kind of specific details that make up real Christmas memories. Even the film's conclusion, with the family eating Christmas dinner at a Chinese restaurant after the dogs ruin their turkey, has become oddly prophetic. What seemed like a quirky ending in 1983 is now a recognizable holiday tradition for many American families. That's the mark of a truly great film. It doesn't just reflect life, it helps to shape it. And now that brings us to statistically the most popular Christmas movie ever. Number 1. It's a Wonderful Life, 1946. If there's one movie that defines Christmas cinema, it's this Frank Capra masterpiece. And here's the incredible thing. It wasn't even meant to be a Christmas movie. The film just happens to end on Christmas Eve, but its messages about community, sacrifice, and the value of each human life have made it the ultimate holiday classic. This movie is structured like a life review. We see George Bailey's entire existence, from childhood to crisis point. But what makes it brilliant is how each seemingly small moment builds upon the last. When young George saves his brother from drowning, losing his hearing in one ear, it's not just a dramatic scene. It's setting up a lifetime pattern of sacrifice for others. Watch how the film masterfully handles the building and loan crisis scene. George and Mary's honeymoon money saving the business isn't just a plot point, it's a perfect illustration of how personal sacrifice can benefit an entire community. The Pottersville sequence is darker than most people remember. It's not just about showing George how much worse off everyone would be without him. It's a scathing critique of unchecked capitalism and the importance of community values over profit. When George sees Mary as an unmarried librarian or his mother as a bitter boarding house owner, we're not just seeing alternate lives, we're seeing how one person's absence can change the very soul of a community. When George reads, "No man is a failure who has friends," it's not just a nice sentiment, it's the culmination of the film's entire philosophical argument. In an era of increasing isolation and individualism, It's a Wonderful Life reminds us that true wealth isn't measured in dollars, but in human connection. And that's a wrap. So, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Did it make our list? Let us know in the comments below, and remember to hit that subscribe button. We at Dr. Real hope you have a great Christmas holiday with your families, and we thank you for making our day a little brighter by going down memory lane. This video was made by movie fans for movie fans.